Hello and a very warm welcome to today's YouTube live stream. My name is Uzair and it is 9th of September 2022, 3 p.m. in the UK. Every weekday at this time on a Tuesday and a Friday, I go live, answer any questions you may have about YouTube, Google Ads, online digital marketing, anything and everything to help you generate more leads or sales for your business. So today I've got quite a few questions which have been sent in, so we can go through them. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comment box around this video. And after I have gone through all the questions which I have got on my Google Doc, I shall then um, revert to yours and try my best to answer them for you. So let me share my screen. And that seems to be working fine. And you can also send your questions on our YouTube channel or in our Facebook group or any other social channel where you are connected with me and our business. So please send them through and I'll put them in our next session. And I would truly appreciate if you would hit the like, subscribe, and the share button to help us spread the word a little bit more. Okay. Now, if you are running Google Ads and you would like a free audit of your Google Ads account, then get in touch with me. We offer a free 30-minute, no obligation um, consultation, and we'll go through your Google Ads audit, where I'll go through with you some tips and workflow techniques which we use in our agency to help our clients' accounts and also our own campaigns to run profitably. And we go through all the stuffs like how to use different mesh types, the bidding strategies, how to use negative keywords, see how the ads are performing, pretty much all the stuff which we do on a day-to-day basis when running an account. So you can get in touch for the audit as well. All right, so let's go to the first question. I am going to just zoom in a bit more. I think this isn't fitting properly. Now it is. All right. So the question is, if I'm using a subdomain and suppose my Google Ads account gets suspended, all right, then in this case, can I run ads using different Google Ads account or other subdomains? The impact of suspension is on the subdomain or the main domain. So it's not about the impact on the subdomain or the main domain. If you, as an account holder, get suspended from Google, and if you start creating new accounts and new websites and so on, you are likely to be suspended again because Google knows that it's you who's trying again. Otherwise, everybody, when they get suspended, they just open up a new account and get started again. So that's what we this is going to happen. So what you want to do is, first of all, not to get suspended. And even if you do get suspended, work with Google and try to get your account back, because it will be very difficult for you to get your new accounts approved, because you will find that you cannot run Google Ads. Now, if you got certain things on your website where Google does not approve, then you need to make all the changes. So things like if you're selling things which are not approved by Google, things like guns or drugs or some um, uh, COVID related items which they don't, and there are quite a few things which Google will not approve of, then you need to follow the Google's policies and get those removed, or create a new campaign and a new website and then get started. But the main domain will not have any effect. To answer your question, will not have any effect because it's on a subdomain. So we also run all our Google Ads campaign on offer.sfdigital.co.uk and not on www. And our account has never been suspended. Yes, once in a while. In fact, a few years ago, our ads were disapproved, kept getting disapproved because of a malware on our website which somebody had put in, and we had to get our site cleaned up before the ads got approved again. All right. You once suggested that in order to test Target CPA, we should never touch the main campaign. That is correct. Instead, we should make a copy and test on it. In this situation, when we test Target CPA in a copied campaign, then should we pause the original campaign altogether due to budget constraints? Will it affect the efficiency of the original campaign? Well, there will not be any efficiency of your original campaign if you have paused it. It's not going to run. Why would you stop a campaign which is running well, running profitably? Stop that and start something new which you want to test. If you don't have the budget, then you don't test. You need to allocate a certain amount of percentage of your full budget to a testing budget. That's how things work. So if you're spending $100 a day, let's say you're allocating $10 a day, 10% of your budget to testing for testing purposes, then $10 will go to that test campaign. If you don't have that budget for testing, don't do it, but don't hamper the campaigns which is running really well, and let it run. Don't touch it. Don't do anything. Just let it run, because you don't want to fix if it ain't broke. All right. If a client is providing 6 different services and we are running one ad campaign for each, and all these landing pages are connecting to a common contact us form, then in this situation, how will we track individual form submissions or conversions in Google Ads? Because Google Ads will count a conversion each time a form is filled on the contact us page. Please guide. Great question. So you've got 6 different services. You don't want to get them to go to a contact us page. You want that form to be on that landing page itself. So if you got 6 different services, you need 6 different landing pages. Each page will have its own form and its own thank you page. So then you can see which one is converting at a good price or an expensive price. What is the conversion rate for each one of these pages? Otherwise, if you just send them to one page, then you're just going to get one CPA and one conversion rate, and you won't know which service is eating up. Well, you'll see the budget and the conversions, but segment them out. Go that extra mile or the step. Make those 5 additional or 6 additional thank you pages. Don't send them to a contact us page. Never do that. You're going to spoil your all your conversion rate, because then they go somewhere else and they start again. The mindset changes that, okay, you're asking for a contact us page. Whereas if you got particular top questions to ask for a particular service, then you have different questions on each of the forms on those each of those pages. So that's how you would do that. Okay, I'm running one small Google Ads. It's for washing machine repair and service. From the last 1 month, so many clicks are happening daily. Receiving only 3 to 4 calls. All amount going for clicks. So please help me for this account. So the question is very vague when you say from the last month you are getting so many clicks. How many clicks are these? 10, 20, 30, 40. If you're expecting a higher conversion rate, then you need to improve the ads, the offer on the ads. So if you got a guarantee, warranty, free, anything which you offer for free or something like that, put them in. So when your ads is shown along the three other competitors' ads, you get the click and also the call, because the customer will get impressed. Oh wow, this looks pretty good, and I want to speak to this company. So you need to start working on the ad, because you're not going to take them to a landing page, are you? Because it's a call only campaign. So everything is happening on that ad. The other thing which I will look at is which keywords aren't performing and eating up all your budget. Pause them, and then also look in the search term report, which keywords or which search terms are showing your ads. And if they are also eating up your budget and bleeding your cash, then put them as negative keywords. And that should improve it from 3 to 4 calls to more calls a day. Okay. So this is on our Facebook pay group. The link is on the screen. So please do join in, and you can then ask questions, and others will also reply. But I also reply to these questions in these sessions like this. Okay. I know about how things work in Google Ads, but I'm always getting stuck in strategy making. Okay. Budget allocations always. I'm looking to switch my current job, but in interviews, I always clear technical or questions, I think you mean, but always fail to clear strategy making and budget allocation part. How can I work on that? I need your guidance. How I can improve this? All right. So what you're saying is you're pretty good on the technical side of the things, like how to set up a campaign, add groups, keywords, and all the rest. But you're struggling with the strategy and the budget allocation. Let's start with the budget allocation. That's a very simple answer. So if I was the interviewer and you came for the interview, and I'll ask you, how do you allocate your budget amongst the 10 campaigns, and you got $100, how much will you allocate for each campaign? If 9 of them were losing money and one of them was making money, my reply would be, I would put all of them, all the $100 in the campaign which is performing the best, and then perhaps ask the client whether they want to give me some additional budget for testing the other 9 campaigns, or to run them for a bit longer to see if the performance improves with a bit of optimization. If they say no, we don't have any more budget and we don't want to increase budget, then you say, okay, fine, instead of 100 running on one campaign, I would reduce it down to 85 or 80 or something like that, and put a little budget on the other 9 campaigns. So budget allocation is straightforward. Always put the most budget to the most profitable campaign or campaigns, right? Cut out all the wastage. If it's bleeding money, if it's wasting money, stop it, pause it, kill it. And that's what you want to do. With regards to strategy making, that is where you will speak with your client or clients and ask them what are the goals of their business and what are they trying to achieve. Some companies will say we need brand awareness. Some will say we need uh, conversions, leads or calls. Others will say we want sales, online e-commerce stores and stuff like that. So dependent on the goals of your uh, client, that's how we would create a strategy. So there's a simple way to do this. You ask them, okay, what is your current situation? What is your desired situation? So let's say in 6 weeks time or 2 months time or whenever, what would you be happy with in 2 months time if I were to start working from today? Then the client is going to say, oh, I need 10 leads a day or 10 sales a day or whatever like that. Then now you know the end goal. So without that end goal, you cannot create a strategy. So always go and ask your clients what would they be happy with, what are their goals, and then you create your strategy to go towards it. And then you say, okay, now the strategy would be to run search ads, display, video, remarketing, and all these performance max campaigns. Get your ads and your name out there at every opportunity, in front of every touch point in front of your audience. And then we try to increase and improve your performance of your campaigns. So that's how the strategies are worked at. It's not simple, but as you keep doing it, you're going to get better and better. What is the best strategy for low search volume keywords around 1,000 to 5,000 monthly searches in shopping ads? Okay, so shopping ads, obviously, they have been sunset now. They work in Performance Max. So if it's the same kind of question, then you don't have any search volume. First of all, you cannot use keywords in Performance Max. Is on audience level, right? 1,000 to 5,000 monthly searches is not low search volume. It's pretty good. If you can get 5,000 monthly searches for a keyword or a couple of keywords, it's pretty good. Low volume, I would say, would be 10, 20, 30 per month, not 1,000 to 5,000. But if you were talking about low volume, then obviously nobody's looking for it. Nobody's aware of that problem, let alone the solution. So then you would go broader and go after Google Display Network and the video ads on YouTube, and that's how you're going to grow your account. Because with low search volume, you're hardly going to spend any money, especially if it's for a small local campaign. That's the same question. Can anyone tell me how much credit Google gives to new Indian account ad accounts, and where can I get it? It changes from time to time. They will bring in different offers. The one thing which you would need is a brand new account. So the account has to be less than 14 days old. If you've got an account which is more than 14 days, then you will not get any Google um, credits or the coupon vouchers and stuff like that. At the moment in the UK and US, in the UK they're doing spend 400, get 400. In the US, spend 500, get 500, and so on. So in India, I'm not sure um, what conversion rate is into rupees and what offers they have. But usually now what they do is for any new accounts, those promotional codes are auto applied. Or if you are working with an agency like ours, and when we get a new account or we create a new account, that promo code is auto applied and we don't need to do anything. Okay. What bidding strategies do you recommend for Google display ads? I tried maximize conversions for an ad account, but hardly getting any impressions. So this isn't a bidding strategy, it could be the targeting strategy. Maybe you have overlapped a few different audiences and narrowed it down quite a bit. So you need to go a bit broader with the audience and try running it. Or you may have um, put in a cap. Even the maximized conversions, you can put in a target CPA or a target ROAS number. If you have put any numbers, then you need to increase it, and then it will start to run. Can I use Blogspot URL for Google Call Ads? Yes, you can use that URL as long as that page or the desk final URL has got the phone number on the page and Google can verify that number. You can use pretty much any URL. For call ads, it's fine because you don't have any problems with conversion tracking tags, because that is done through the Google call forwarding number. All right. I can see quite a few questions popping up on the comments box. I'll go to them in a little while once I finish these last couple of questions on my screen. Okay, few people telling to choose objective, but few telling to create a campaign without a goal guidance. Which one is recommended? It really doesn't matter because, well, it does matter a little bit. It's not critical. That's what I'm trying to say. If you create a campaign without goal guidance, Google doesn't know what you're trying to achieve, and you get all the features available, especially the bidding features in here. Whereas if you were going to go with one of these, then some of the bidding strategies and some campaign settings you don't get. So that's the only difference. But usually, if it's for lead generation, I would go with leads. If it's for e-commerce, I would go with sales. If it's an app download, app promotion, you go with app. So very rarely we do product and brand consideration and brand awareness and reach. Web traffic is just getting clicks. I'm not interested in just clicks. We are more interested in generating sales and leads for our clients. I would like to test different audiences for my product. Okay. So should I create separate campaigns or ad groups for each audiences? Allocating budget on the campaign level. Hesitate to create multiple ad groups within the same campaign because we don't know which budget will spend on all the ad groups equally to determine which audience is performing the best. Yeah, good question. So what we do when we are running campaigns is one campaign, one ad group, one targeting, and then multiple ads, right? Maybe, especially for YouTube, between 3 to 5. It's so much easier to just look at it because and the way we have our naming convention, just by looking at the campaign level, we can see which audiences we are targeting. We don't need to go into ad group level, and the workflow becomes much faster. Yes, you have to create more campaigns, but then on the other hand, you have to create more ad groups as well. So if you are using something like Google Ads Editor, it's seamless, it's lightning fast, and it doesn't take any time. The reason why we do this is what you just mentioned, that the budget, because one ad group, if you got 5 ad groups in the same campaign, one is going to cannibalize most of the budget. Google is going to throw more budget on one, and you will find the others aren't getting a look in. So from that point of view, yes, you separate those campaigns out, each with its own budget, let it run and see which one is performing or not performing. The ones which are not performing, switch them off. The ones which are performing, keep scaling. That's how we would do that. How to decide the max CPC limit if we are using maximize clicks, and how to decide if a keyword, how to decide bid of a keyword if we are using manual CPC. So Manual CPC, cost per click is a vanity metric. I really don't care much about it as long as my campaign is profitable, first of all. And secondly, I'm not losing out on the search impression share. So the first one is, how do you decide the max CPC limit? If you are not getting any impressions, that means Google can't get you impressions at that click price, increase it or raise it. The same thing with manual. If you're not getting any impressions, you've got to raise it. What would you rather have? I'm going to ask this question to all of you, or those watching this video as a recording. What would you rather have? A cheap click and a low conversion rate, which will make your cost per conversion high, or an expensive click with a high conversion rate, which will get your cost per acquisition low? I know which one I would want. It's the second one. So I would be happy to bid more, because if I bid high, the mentality of majority of the Google Ads advertisers is cheap clicks, cheap, 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 cheap. I'm going to outbid them. I'm going to outrank them. I'm going to beat them in every auction. And my ads are going to run more. So don't just go for the cheap click. Cheap click is cheap for a reason. Expensive clicks are expensive for a reason. Expensive clicks convert. Think that way. Don't just not just for the clicks. Clicks don't give me anything. I want conversions, right? Okay, so now it's time from for the questions which you just sent. So let me rearrange my screen. And bring the questions up on the screen. Don't leave it to the last second, because there is a delay in the transmission and I may not see your question. All right. So I'll go in that order. Okay. Hi. And first of all, thank you all of you for sending these questions in. I truly appreciate it. It's a lot more fun talking to all of you rather than talking to just a blank screen. Okay, what is the best strategy for generating leads for local businesses and dentists? Have an offer, set up a dedicated landing page, drive traffic to that page, optimize the page to get higher conversions. We've got one landing page right now which is converting at about 30%. When we started, it was at 8%. We ran traffic to it, optimized the page. Now, what I mean by optimizing, you don't need to redo the whole page. Just change the headline or the photo or the color of the call to action button. Just small things. Don't have to redo the whole page. Small things. Then from 8%, it went to 12. Then we made some changes again. It went to 22. Then we made some tweaks again. Went up to 28 or 30% now. So that's what you want to do, is create a really good and an irresistible offer. When somebody sees your offer and they land on your page and they see your offer, it's very hard for them to resist, and then they sign up or fill in the form or make that phone call. And the other thing, especially for local businesses and dentists as well, is set up a live chat on your website or your landing page and track those conversions. See how many visitors end up on your chat and initiate the chat. Very few people do that, and they miss out big time. Hi, John. Are subdomains prohibited by Google? Not at all. We run all our campaigns on subdomains. When should I use manual CPC? You don't have to if you're getting the conversions and the performance or the profitability from smart bidding. Look, smart bidding is called smart bidding is because for a reason. The algorithm is getting powerful and stronger. It's like a Terminator, right? You cannot beat it. Humans cannot beat it. As simple as that. Good analogy is, let's say you're driving from your office to home. You know the route. Every day you travel, right? But then let's say you put on your sat nav in the car, and all of a sudden that sat nav is taking you from a different route, and you'll be screaming at the sat nav that this is not the way to go. But the Google Maps knows that there's an accident in front, or there's a road has been blocked or stopped, and there's traffic jams. That's why it's taking a detour to take you. All you are looking at is your metrics, like how much car speed you're going traveling at, how much fuel you've got left in your car, and a couple of other metrics which are on your dashboard. The Google Maps is 10 steps ahead of you, my friend. You can't see what it can see. So smart bidding can see, which we can't see in manual bidding. That's what I'm going to say. Hope that makes sense. And you got to leverage the power of the algorithm now. Let it go. We don't need to control it. We don't have any reason to control it. Oh, I just want to do exact match keywords. I don't like broad match and all that. Well, then go match, pay the most expensive click, and have the least amount of traffic on your website. But you try and experiment with all these stuff, you're going to improve your campaigns and increase your revenue for sure. What is the best way to run an A/B split test? There aren't any, but there are lots of good tools. The free tools, which I would highly recommend, is Google Optimize. Like most of Google's tools, you can use Google Optimize to run A/B split test. We, as an agency, we've been running Unbounce for God knows how many years. We love it. It's really good, and the page speed on Unbounce is lightning fast. That's the key. This is why we haven't run on any other uh, apps or softwares. I'm not going to name names, but Unbounce has got, first of all, the one of the fastest pages. What that gives us is high quality score, because the landing page experience is great in Google's eyes, and then Google is going to reward us with cheaper clicks as well. So pay a little bit more for Unbounce. I'm not saying they're expensive, but it's a great product, and the best thing about them is their support. Really good support, where any problems we have, it's got sorted straight away. Okay. A website sells 5 different products with 5 different prices. Should I create separate campaigns for each product, or single campaign with different ad groups? Really good question, and a very interesting question. 5 different prices. Now, if the profit margins on each one of these are the same, then you could run the same campaign. But if they are different, then you will have different ROAS figure to run with, or the cost per acquisition. So then you should run with um, different campaigns, and I would, yeah, for sure, run different. Absolutely, because keeps things very segmented, and then because in the naming convention you can say that this campaign we are bidding at such and such ROAS or target CPA. Yeah, absolutely. That's how I would go about it. How we can retain PPC client, and how can I pitch the client to get service? So retaining is what we want to do, because you don't have to go out and keep getting new clients over and over again. getting new acquisition or new clients is expensive. So if you do a good job and running your clients' campaigns profitably, they're going to stay with you. Why would they go away? Unless they bring in-house team members, that's the only time they will go away. Otherwise, as long as they are profitable, they're not going to go away from you. How can I pitch the client? First, they need to know of you and about you. They will inquire with you, and then you'll be able to pitch. So you need to create a sales funnel, a landing page where and you drive traffic to it, and that's how you will get somebody on a call, and then you can pitch to them. Last year, we spent about 120,000 US dollars just for our own campaigns to generate leads for our agency. So you need to spend money to earn money. Okay, I have a connect button click using Google Tag Manager, but it is not showing an AdSense conversion. I really don't know what you are asking. And secondly, I don't know much about AdSense because AdSense is different to Google Ads. So unfortunately, I can't answer that question for you. What do you think about Microsoft Clarity? I haven't used it, so I cannot comment. Can we use this instead of Google Analytics, or can we use both to get best analytics? We always bid with analytics, and now with GA4. Haven't used Clarity at all, so I'm sorry I can't comment. But try it, see if you like it, and yeah, change it. Are you from Pakistan? I'm originally from Karachi. I was born there, but I came to UK about 35 years ago, so I've been here for a long time. Well, Umair has answered it for you. I'm running PMAX campaign, although it's profitable in this month, but just coming on brand search terms. Okay. Now, should I close it and run search campaigns on keywords and doing brand search negative? So PMAX is running profitably, but mostly on brand search terms. Okay, fine. So that's not very scalable unless you broaden it to competitors or similar brands like yours. But having said that, PMAX will spend the money. It has got huge potential. So try increasing the daily budget and see if it keeps on giving you the results. I would never close a campaign which is profitable, right? That's for sure. Why stop it when it is running profitably? Yes, you can start running search ads on campaigns, on keywords, and you're putting in brand search negatives. Yeah, you can do that if you don't want to run. I would also run a search campaign on brand as well as a non-branded search campaign, as well as a DSA campaign to feed the Performance Max all the signals which you are generating from the other campaign types. That's how you will get the best performance out of PMax. Most people don't do that because they see the dashboard and they see Performance Max being attributed with all the conversion data, and none of the others get any attribution, and they stop it, and then that's when things start to go downhill. Hi, Hasib. Walaikum salam. Okay, I'm working with a client. This is my first project regarding digital marketing campaign, US target, and starting from logo design. Logo design niche for 2 days. I didn't get a single impression. Okay, so I believe it is the keywords are kind of like logo design, graphic design, and so on. If you're not getting any impressions, that means your bids might be very low. So you need to start increasing it. Go a bit broader keyword. Don't just go on exact match and try that as well. But I think it's most probably the bids which are very low. That's why it is not giving you any impressions. And without looking at the campaign, I can't comment. But if you guys need help, and that's what we do, I do an audit. It takes about 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes or so. And we go through the account and I give you all the tips and advice I can to help you out. What type of landing page offers you've seen work best for wedding photographers? You may not know, but we used to do wedding photography a long time ago. We started the business as traditional photographers doing weddings, portraits, family portraits, headshots, events, and things like that. And this is how I got really good at Google Ads because I use Google Ads for our photography business. And I know everything and anything you need to know about wedding photography and how to use Google Ads profitably. Unfortunately, most wedding photographers don't realize the potential of Google Ads. They want a very quick um, return on investment. Now, you being a wedding photographer know how much competition is out there. You need to stand out, and the only way you're going to stand out is, first of all, start using video ads. Start offering value upfront, like I'm doing right now. I've been doing this for the last 4 years. Live streaming before COVID, well, just before the first um, COVID started. And we continue to offer value because building up that trust, building up the brand is critical. And then you see how your business explodes. So you've got to invest your time and resources in running search ads. All they do is go on search ads. That's it. Go on display, show your photos, your beautiful pictures because it's very visual. Target websites like show my ads to brides who go to websites like for engagement rings, wedding dresses, car hire, venues. There are so many different uh, suppliers for every wedding. Target all of these people, and then your ads are going to follow that bride all over the internet, and you're going to get um, leads. If you open up a new tab and type in Google Ads wedding photographers, you will see on that first page, out of usually Google shows four um, videos. Those of you who are online, just put it in the comment. How many videos do you see? Two or three, sometimes more. And that is how I get myself in front of my audience. So somebody like you who's looking for how to do Google Ads for wedding photographers or wedding photography business, I want my video, I want my blog post to come up on Google and on YouTube. And this is how I generate leads. So the best work, I would say, and I'm not bragging, is my own work because I've not seen any other wedding photographer other than those who I have mentored and tutored come up with some very creative way of setting up landing pages and offers. All they do is a free engagement shoot. That's about it. That's the most creative I have seen. But there's a lot more other ways of being creative and giving an offer which the couple cannot resist. So you need to think outside the box and think a bit more creatively. How to stop invalid clicks? You can't. You can reduce it, but you can never stop. Just like all the shops in the world cannot stop people stealing from them, right? You can reduce it by using third-party apps to help minimize. But Google also has got a very sophisticated way of finding out invalid clicks. You're most welcome, Hasib. If I use smart strategies and keywords, CPC is different. Like keyword is $1 and the other is $6. So what should I do in target CPA cost? So, okay, I think I'm trying to understand what you are trying to say. What you're saying is the smart bidding is $1 and the manual CPC is $6, or the other way around. Smart bidding, when you do smart bids like target CPA or target ROAS or max conversions, Google wants to get the conversion at any cost. So you may find your clicks are very high, like $6. As I said earlier on, CPC is a vanity metric. Don't go just for that and think, oh, it's too expensive. I'm paying 6 times more money, but you might be earning 6 times more as well from those clicks. So look at the conversion rate, the conversion data, I should say, and not just the CPC. Target CPA has got, if you got enough conversion data, like 40, 50 in the account or campaigns, then you switch over to the target CPA, and then it doesn't matter if Google charges $10, but it's getting you that lead at your target cost. Who cares? I'm running a jacket brand in the USA and ran different keywords. One keyword quality is 8 and CTR is great, but spent too much with no sales. Should I keep running it? No, I wouldn't. So we have a threshold. We have a limit. If a keyword has spent this much, we're going to pause it. If it hasn't performed or if it hasn't given us the results, because it's going to keep on spending it. And all the other keywords in that same ad group is not going to get a look in, and you're going to keep on wasting money. So you got to be ruthless and then think creatively, think outside the box. How can I get more long tail keywords which has got that intent or the buying intent in those search terms? Run dynamic search ads. That will give you some really good options as well as to how to improve your number of keywords in your account. Okay, I've got another call to hop on. Thank you so much. It's been great talking to you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it too. I always do. So I'll be back on Tuesday, same place, same time. So till then, have a great weekend and stay safe. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.